exactly 22 minutes right before the hour 2 right here on Pisa FM 104.1, the pumping beat of Egas. If you just joined us, do welcome to the Lunch Crunch with Andile Masuku. I gave you a beautiful song coming in from Treasure featuring Psyche. That's his Sondela, and I did mention that I am not alone, but I am of course with Mr. Libuwani Dodani from the GCIAs, and not alone, together with Mr. Kishas Silala. But Mr. Dodani, do welcome to Pisa FM. How are you, sir?
Good afternoon, and how are you?
I am well, sir. I am well.
Yes, we are fine. Yeah, we meet here today. We know from tomorrow we are expecting the big day in Africa, in South Africa as a country where we'll be hosting the G20. Also on this particular month, we are also commemorating the days like the 16 days I saw here on the street in the Barberton. Women are busy marching against this pandemic that even the president yesterday declared it as national crisis. So we are also commemorating the disability months. So hence I'm not alone. I'm with Mr. Keshas Lala, who is the head of communication for Department of Women, Youth, Person with Disabilities.
Yes, sir. Indeed. So thank you for joining us, as we also do welcome Mr. Silala on our conversation. Mr. Silala, a good day, and how are you, sir?
Good day to you and the listeners. Thank you very much for this opportunity.
Do welcome, sir. As we are talking G20, 16 Days of Activism and Disability Month, we do know that South Africa is hosting G20 under the theme Solidarity, Equality and Sustainability during the month of November, where we also commemorate the 16 Days of Activism and Disability Month. What are the department plans to address challenges of gender-based violence in South Africa?
Our plan is to rally all the stakeholders involved, starting with civil society, government, private sector, and ordinary South Africans, including those who are in position of leadership traditionally, to join South Africans in not only commemorating but raising awareness around the importance of gender-based violence and femicide during the period of 16 days of activism. We also call on members of the media to join the call, wherein we are going to be having a discussion with members of the media, National Editors Forum, Broadcasters Complaints Commission, and National Film Foundation, to really change the narrative when it comes to the message of gender-based violence. The launch will be in Gauteng at Gallagher Estate. But beyond that, we have just concluded our G20 program on the empowerment of women working group with 3 priorities that touches on financial inclusion of women, and that speaks to ending gender-based violence, but also paid and unpaid care work that is done by women.
So the G20 South Africa talks about inclusive. What are the plans for people with a disability, youth and women regarding empowerment?
The department has started the process of initiating a working group that talks to persons with disability. We have formally declared our intention to initiate the working group, and we are getting positive responses from member states with the United Kingdom confirming their interest to take over the South African initiative to have a working group that speaks to persons with disability. The important aspect of that working group will look at the inclusive society that also accommodates persons with disabilities, and making sure that opportunities that are available, particularly those who are speaking to economic empowerment, also touch on the issues of employment of persons with disabilities. South Africa already has made a policy or a cabinet position that persons with disabilities within public sector, at least 3 to 7% must be persons with disabilities, and it's work in progress. As a result, we're also encouraging private sector to see that place.
Right. Well, Mr. Silala, we do know that gender-based violence is a societal challenge. So what are the plans for department working with the various stakeholders to address the gender-based violence pandemic?
With the President's announcement yesterday classifying gender-based violence as a national crisis, we do believe that the continuous engagement with civil society, private sector, members of the community will find expression and also will be well capacitated in terms of resources, and making sure that our Tutuzela centers serve the purpose and equally funded so that they do accommodate persons that have been victims of gender-based violence, but also serve as a point of reference for rehabilitation processes for perpetrators.
You did mention that, of course, we now know that the president did call for declaring gender-based violence as a national crisis. So now what are the plans for the department to raise more awareness to reduce gender-based violence?
As I've said, this is a national phenomenon, and we have a national strategic plan, which is a blueprint on how do we deal with issues of gender-based violence. There are 6 pillars which translate to issues of accountability, access to justice, economic empowerment, and so forth. So we do believe that if we work together as a community, as South Africans, we will find a lasting solution. But most importantly, our message must go directly to perpetrators, who most of them are men, that we need to change our behavior, wherein we respect women as human beings. As the Constitution of South Africa says, all human beings are equal before the law. So therefore, we can't subject women to violation of rights when it comes to gender-based violence.
Of course, we cannot always be to do that, but we move right along with this month, also known as the Disability Month, right? We are looking at people with disabilities and knowing that they are still facing the stigma and discrimination. So then what are the plans to address those challenges?
We have a white paper on rights of persons with disabilities. It's got 9 pillars. One of the critical pillars in that white paper speaks to issues of access, provision of working tools, or what we call tools of trade for persons with disability to be able to function once they're employed, but also reasonable accommodation for persons with disabilities. Because some of our environments do lack access to persons with disability, and right across, whether it's in the built environment or transport space, persons with disabilities are disadvantaged. And therefore, we call upon all infrastructure developers, transport sectors, including public sector, that they must accommodate persons with disabilities through a reasonable accommodation process.
Before I let you go, Mr. Silala, we close it off with this one. People with disabilities often face significant barriers to employment, that is including discrimination from employers. What are government plan to address this?
I think that's an issue that we want the Department of Labour to really look at and address it thoroughly, because no one must be prejudiced on the basis of their social or physical conditions. And if persons with disabilities continue to be marginalized because of their condition, we urge them to report such cases to SAPS, but also to the labor centers, which are spread across 9 provinces, and address it through the labor channel, so that they are also able to be protected through our labor relation act.
Thank you so much, Mr. Silala, for the information shared. We'll definitely do keep in touch. All the best.
Much appreciated. Thank you so much.
Right, and that was Mr. Keshas Silala, Director of Communication at the Department of Women, Youth and Persons with Disability. As we close it off, Mr. Libuwani, over to you, sir.
Yeah, si mvile Mr. Keshas. So our listeners out there, let's continue to report, because we know all this GBV, it happens at our neighbors, it happens at our home, but we still keep those perpetrators on the street roaming, doing all those things again. So what I can emphasize is that let's report this to our law enforcement. We do have the social workers, we do have Tutuzela centers here in Mbombela, Rob Ferreira, we do also at Temba Hospital. So we do have those institutions. If maybe you feel like you can't be able to go and face the perpetrator at court, those Tutuzela centers, they do assist, starting from the registering the court dates and opening the cases at police stations. So we are encouraging all of us, women, men, and everyone to be part, because this is a societal problem. We can't, a government alone, we can't solve it alone. So let's rally behind and make sure that we end this GBV.
Thank you so much, Mr. Libowani. A great weekend and a safe one to you. Thank you so much. That was Mr. Libowani Dodani coming in from GCIS. We close it off right here as it is 12 minutes before the hour, 2 o'clock on BCRFM 104.1, the pumping beat of Igasi Senior Old coming in with Kemi Chindeya saying all in you.